Hi, howdy, welcome back. We're going to look at a new palette today, or at least one that's new to me. It really is not a new palette. It's been out apparently a while, but I had never tried the company before. And now that I've tried it, I'm trying to collect some of the more usable palettes. First, let's prime our eyes. If you can't tell by the title of today's video, we're going to look at the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. It is basically supposed to be a neutrals palette, like their version of a neutrals palette. Now, Jeffree Star is surprisingly vegan, cruelty-free. And this is a 10 pan palette, so I will show it to you here in 1 second. I am prepping my eyes with Too Faced's Shadow Insurance, which tends to be my go-to. However, when I finish this tube, which actually is getting surprisingly close, I think this thing's about half to 2/3 gone. We're going to try Fenty Beauty's eye primer. See how that goes? We might try it sooner than that even. You know, what the hey, might as well. Now the Fenty one is supposed to be make eyeshadows a little bit more vibrant. I'm curious to see if that's true. Don't mind the redness on my cheeks. We had our first real snowstorm around here and I had to go outside and shovel like an hour ago. I get windburned real fast. I think the wind right now is kicking up about 15 miles an hour. So, you know, windburn. Trying to, hopefully, if I apply my right toner and a good moisturizer tonight and my Estee Lauder serum, this should be gone real quick. This is our palette, Androgyny. Let's see if I can apparently not get away from the shine. Jeffree Star's Androgyny. Ooh. That is the palette. Now, from my understanding, this is the old formula. He has recently revamped his formula at the beginning of 2019. That was put into the cremated palette. This is the older formula. This is like his first palette, I think, I want to say. Okay, let's look at what we got. These are actually really large pans. Like, what is our ounceage on these bad boys? Like, I am more than a little surprised. 2.52 grams. Okay, these are large pans. These are actually really large pans. It says 0.09 ounces or 2.52 gram. Okay, I'm gonna run with it. This is actually a good sized pan. It's probably gonna take me a while to get through this. Ooh, and we've got Androgyny. He's got a velour lipstick that matches that color. So we're gonna swatch this. Start off with, let's just go all across with the names. Frosting, Safe Word, Charm, Deja Vu, Dominatrix. He's got a lipstick in that one too, I think. Androgyny, Fetish, Military, Poison, and Swallow. Okay. These are still really soft. Ooh, and the metallics are really popping. Let's see if I can show you. Not bad, definitely leaning towards neutrals. I'm a little surprised to see the color depth on the bottom row on something that's classified as a neutrals palette almost. Well, it says it's their neutrals palette. Obviously this came out before the Orgy palette. Dominatrix, ooh. Okay, I can tell you already the Androgyny shadow is something I'm probably going to just love to no end. Same with Military. It's an olive green. In fact, is there any way to just buy Military? Okay, let's see how we rock. Ooh. Okay, I can definitely see this as a neutrals palette, at least until we get to the, what looks like a teal and a dark blue. I guess a dash of color to just keep it interesting. See, poison and swallow. Two metallics. The rest seem to basically be mattes, which is nice. I love a good matte. I think we all know that, at least by my videos. What are we gonna do with this bad boy? Oh my God, there are so many options, weirdly. Like, you wouldn't expect something with 10 pans to be like super optional, because kind of like, I usually think of BH as like Ibiza palette or Carnival palette that's got so many options. And then this one seems to just be a little overwhelming to me, and I don't know why. I guess we are going to find out. Let's start off with safe word. Dog hair, sorry. Definitely a different formula. It doesn't feel quite as soft as the cremated palette did, but this is still a really good formula because it is still soft. It's just, it doesn't glide on quite the same way, if that makes sense, but it is still very nice. And like, somebody was like, well, yeah, I made a comment on YouTube and somebody's like, well, yeah, it's his new formula. I'm like, new formula? Okay. So I was kind of eager to try out one of the older formulas to see how that performed. Not bad. Very good, decent basic. It kind of reminds me of one or two in the orangey palette. And then, let's try, let's see if I can get this right. I'm not always the best with certain blends, so we're just going to give it a whirl. Let's try putting Androgyny in the crease. Goes on really well. It's definitely a slightly drier formula, but it's not bad. Let's see if we can build that up any. Not bad. No, I kind of like that. I like the androgyny color. I'd probably use that as a darker, like a corner color. Let's see if we throw in Fetish, which is the reddish color. Ooh. That color went on amazingly. Ooh, I got a little, well, damn it. Yep, we're gonna have to blend. That corner somehow escaped. I don't know how, but it kind of got away from me. Get that androgyny back out. I like that. That is actually really pretty, especially with the way the first color went on. Let's see how we're doing for Fallout. Let's wipe, and while we're at it, let's fix that little spot in the corner. There we go. Fallout's not too bad. There is some, but it's not a lot. It's actually doing pretty good compared to some brands. Like if you've ever used Charlotte Tilbury, sometimes there's a lot of fallout depending on, you know. Let's see if we can just... Here we go. And then I would probably put a very bright eyeliner here, just for some look. Okay, so we see how this looks. Let's add the metallic in the center and see how we're looking. Deja vu. Curiosity has me. Okay. Not what I expected, but definitely pops the center of the eye. Let's get the safe word back out on the top, because I feel like that somehow didn't blend as well as it should have. There we go. There we go. That actually I like. It's really cute. I mean, as a basics neutrals palette, this is actually not that bad. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to dip into this orange, possibly the green together, or the blue. Trying to figure out if there's any way. Okay, I'm going to look like a fool. I'm gonna do a fool's look, just because I'm gonna do some colors that I normally wouldn't, and it probably won't look very good because I am not necessarily great on a big production eye. We're gonna hit swallow, the dark blue, and we're gonna work from there and see how that looks on the eye itself. Not terrible. Ooh, that is a very strong one. Now let's try Poison. And the next spot, which is like that teal color. It's almost dustier, if that makes sense, like a grayer version of a teal. Now we get out the green. Let's see if we can get the green to behave like I want it to. Use Military, this pretty green here, and use it as my all over color. Let's see if we can blend this out a little bit better. You can see this almost with a gold eyeliner. Let's get one of our blending brushes out. One weird little section does not seem to be, so we're going to get our teal out. Poison. I feel like it's part of an 80s band. Throw the blue in there again. Darken that up just a touch so that the vibrancy comes out just a touch more. Okay. So we've effectively used 3 and 4 colors. You can see gold eyeliner on this one, or green. This one I like, this is really cute. I think this one, I need to dial back more. But I like the pigmentation in it. I like the color story. You don't see many people going with these kind of colors for what they call a neutral palette. Like I could see a lot of basic looks coming out of this. I could see mixing this a lot with some of the other stuff. Like the Androgyny, not the Androgyny palette, but like the Orgy palette, or the Cremated palette. Or just even like some of the base, like the safe word I could see is in neutrals. Safe word. Kind of see that as a neutral too. The metallic kind of removes that from a neutral, but I could see that as like these two, almost like in a neutrals, but these 3 just don't feel neutrals at all. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to work these in. But overall, I like this palette. Like I was expecting more fallout when they said it was reformulated, because some colors just have more fallout. It's just how a color is formulated. Like purples are not easy to make. Okay, no fallout on the second eye. Nope, no fallout. But I could definitely see winged liner as a necessity on this one. This one came out really pretty, like really princessy pretty, if that makes sense. And this one I could see more as like evening. Okay, have any of you guys tried this palette? I might be the last person on planet Earth to try this palette. That's okay. I don't have to be the first at anything. Never had, which is thankful because I rarely am. That's okay. What do you guys think of it? Do you feel like the formula between this one and the newer palettes is very obvious? I feel it's a little bit drier, but not necessarily lacking all that much. Like, the cremated palette blends like a friggin' dream. There's no question to it. However, I wouldn't say this one is terrible, like nowhere near. It's just a little bit drier. It's not quite as, I don't know how else to put it. It's just a little bit drier. It's not terrible. I'm a little surprised at the color story, honestly, for neutrals, but I like it. Okay, guys, what do you think of this palette? I know it's not new, but does anybody else have this? Has anybody else kept one of these in their collection? Or did you find you decluttered it after a while? Let me know. Comments wanted down below. Okay. Wait a second. I just had a thought. Just had a thought. Ooh. Before I log off, let's try it. We've got this brush. We're going to do frosted as an eyeliner. Sorry, last minute inspiration. Okay, that is actually, I would still use a gold eyeliner, but yep, nope, I like that. Okay, now I wrap it up. Okay guys, leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. I think this one pops the green a little more. But this one doesn't downplay it either. It's kind of nice. Okay guys, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have this palette. Let me know what you think of the color story. I'm curious what anybody else thinks of it. Okay guys, that's it for tonight. Be safe. Remember, wear your mask, wash your hands, social distancing. Thanks and have a good one.